All right, using VCarve for the first time to create a push stick. So first off, we're going to start with create new file. And create new file, we need to change some things. So first off, I've actually kind of done it here, but my I'm going to do a job type of a single side. My width is going to be 16 here. My height is 4. My thickness is 0.75 because that's how thick the plywood is. We're in inches. We want to make sure the Z0 position is machine bed. The datum position is in bottom left corner here. Okay, and finally, the colors here doesn't matter, but if you really feel the need to pick a different color, you're more than welcome to. So I'm going to go to walnut today. All right, we click on OK. So the first thing is some movement. So first off, if I hold my scroll button down, I can move it side to side, up and down. If I scroll in and out, obviously it zooms in and out. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, we want to set up some grid lines to make sure that we can lay things out right. So first off, if I go over to the side ruler here and I hold the leftmost button down, I can drag. I'm going to drag one out to 0.5. That's just what's called a grid line. The other one I'm going to go is all the way to the far side, and I'm going to go to 15 and a half. Basically, I'm not going to go outside of this line because when the CNC router runs, we don't want to go off the piece of wood, right? This is your piece of wood that you will be putting in the CNC router. Let's add a few more. So I'm just going to add 0.5 down, so 3.5. And from here, I'm going to go up to 0.5. Okay. Now to move a few other things, I can actually hold the control key down. And relative to this, I can go another 2.5. So as I go along, I'll go 2.5 more. Okay, you can see it kind of bumping along. Okay. And then I'm going to skip from that. I'm just going to go to 10.5. So you're going to duplicate this on your screen eventually. Okay, so go 10.5. And then from 10.5, I'm going to go to 13. So I'm going to go 2.5 more. Right, so I'm just going to find 13. There we go. And finally, we're going to go to 15.5, which, no, sorry, 15.5 is already done. And finally, from the bottom up, I'm going a half up, which is there. I'm going to go 1 more inch now. Okay, so there's my inch up. And then I'm going to grab from here. Again, I'm going to mess you up. I'm going to go to 2.25. Okay, so there's 2.25. And then finally, we have the 3.5 that's there. Okay, those are my basic grid lines. All right. And then from here, all I'm going to do is start drawing a few things. So, whoops, and I forgot one. I forgot from 12, I forgot 12.5. So I got 12.5, I forgot 13. So I'm going to move over and I'm going to put one at, no, there's 13. I forgot 12.5. There's 12.5 right there. There we go. There's our ones. Okay, so over here, I'm going to draw a box to start. Draw a simple rectangle. I'm going to start here. You can see it clicks to the 15.5 and 3.5. And I go down to here to 3.9. So it's a perfect, or 3 and 3. So it's a perfect square. So there's one box put in. Okay. Next from there, I'm going to make an arc. Okay. And actually, no, we're not going to do an arc. We're going to do a line first. Okay. So we're going to put a line, and we're going to make a line that goes from there to there. Okay. And if I want to finish off, I just hit my rightmost button, and that clicks off. Now, just to quickly show you something before I stop and go to the next video, I can go to View, Grid Lines, and I can turn them off. Okay. And that's so far all I've got. When I select something, you can see it goes dashed, right? But there we go. So I'm going to turn these grid lines back on. And from there, we're going to stop and then go on to the next tutorial.